Hi and welcome to Spice and Pans. Today we'll be cooking Char Hokkien noodles. So let's start cooking. We'll start by marinating our chicken first. I have with me over here 200 grams of boneless chicken leg, sliced thinly like this. You can use pork, chicken breast, whatever meat you want, no problem at all. Add in about a quarter teaspoon of salt, a few dashes of white pepper, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch or cornflour. Mix them up well. The cornflour is to make the chicken more tender. Most of the time when you eat outside, they are using pork, but for our Muslim friends, as well as our friends who don't take pork, chicken is a good alternative. Now we'll add in 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. Same thing, mix it up well. After this, we'll just leave it aside for 10 minutes and then we'll proceed to put our dish together. I'll see you back in a while. Now we'll prepare our prawns. I have with me over here 270 grams of prawns with shell on. We just need to prepare them. We have to cut off the sharp part over here and also the antenna so that it looks neater later when we present the dish. Alright. If you want to cook it this way, no problem. If you want to take off the vein, I'll show you how to do it. Counting from here, 1, 2, 3, the third section over here. Approximately this area, just put in your toothpick. Put all the way through. Using your thumb, press it down like this and just take out the vein like this. Okay, simple. So once you're done, just put this aside and I'll show you how to cook this together. We'll now put the dish together. Heat up a pan. I'm using my La Gourmet 32cm wok. This is part of the Shogun series. It comes in a set of 3. Using medium heat, add in a little bit of oil. Swirl the oil around a little bit. Add in your Hokkien noodles. These are yellow noodles that are flat like this. If you can't find this, you can use the round one, it's okay too, no problem at all. This is 450 grams, put it in. These are fresh cooked noodles. In Chinese, we call it su mian or Fujian su mian. We will fry this for approximately a minute or so. We just need to spread them out. There are 2 main reasons why we are doing this. One is to get rid of the alkaline taste. The other is to let the moisture evaporate a little bit more from the noodles so that later you will absorb the sauce much better. If you can't get this noodles, you can use fresh Japanese soba, but of course the taste will slightly differ a little bit. Right, we need to spread them out. Try to use a pair of chopsticks for this because we don't want to break the noodles. Once you have them spread out like this, we'll add in 4 cloves of garlic chopped. Same thing, move the noodles around. We'll continue with the next step after we can smell the beautiful fragrance coming from the garlic. This dish is a very popular Char store dish that we have in Singapore or in Singapore and Malaysia. There's a slight difference in noodles being used in Malaysia as well as in Singapore. In Malaysia, they use these noodles known as dialect mee, which is a much thicker version of this. Once you can smell the garlic, we'll add in a little bit of sugar. Add in half a teaspoon of sugar and 5 tablespoons of premium dark soya sauce. It's very important to use good soya sauce for this, otherwise this dish will be very salty. Mix them up well. Make sure that the noodles are being coated with the dark soya sauce. Now why do we add sugar just now? It's because we want this dish to have a very nice caramelized sugar taste also. Once the noodles are coated well with the dark soya sauce, we'll add in water. Add in 1 liter of water. Add in also 1.5 tablespoons of oyster sauce, as well as 1 teaspoon of chicken stock powder. Mix them up well. If you do not have chicken stock powder, you can use 1 cube or 3/4 of a cube of chicken bouillon. Now we'll put the lid on and braise this for 2 minutes before we add in the rest of our ingredients. I'm using medium heat now at this moment and we'll change the heat to medium high later. I'll tell you when we add in the rest of our ingredients. I'll see you back in a while. 2 minutes is up. Let's have a look. Starts to smell very nice already. Add in our chicken. Spread them out. Put in our prawns. Now if you want to deshell them, by all means do so too. But for presentation wise, it looks so much better with the shell on. I'm adding in also 100 grams of fish cake sliced thinly like this. You can also add in squid or whatever kind of ingredients that you want. As to how much is really up to you. Put the lid back on, turn the heat up to medium-high, and we'll cook this for another 2 minutes. 2 minutes is up, let's have a look. Wow, look at how beautiful this is. We'll now add in our greens. I have with me over here 100 grams of chai shin. You can use any greens that you want. Put them in. I'm using quite a fair bit over here because I want this meal to be a balanced meal. Mix them up well. We just need to soften the vegetables. Now for this dish, we don't actually need to prepare any cornstarch solution because there will be starch given out by the noodles. Very beautiful color, green, white, dark brown, and red of course. And it smells fantastic. Now what I'm trying to do is to reduce the sauce a little bit to make it slightly thicker. So don't reduce the heat using medium high or high heat. This is almost done now. We add in a little bit of pepper, white pepper. Mix them up again. Now if you want your noodles to be darker in color, of course, feel free to add a little bit more dark soya sauce. But make sure it's a premium brand one, otherwise it'll be too salty. My family like the noodles to be darker, so I'm adding in 1 more tablespoon of the dark soya sauce. Mix them up again. And now we can turn off the flame or the heat, and it's time for our lunch. And now the dish is done, let's have a taste. Wow, smells really good. Try the noodles. The caramelized sugar imparts a really nice fragrance to the dish. The sweetness from the prawns are all into the broth, and the noodles absorb the sauce beautifully. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you like our video. Do click like to our video and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and now it's your turn to cook. See you next time. Bye bye.